Welcome Motion Control Quick Start for How to Communicate Motion Controllers and HMI. Before software development, we need to do controller wiring. Here is the wiring graphic, and there are required materials. Please use according to your processing needs. When they communicate, Modbus protocol is used. It needs to save data into Modbus register. Then, what is Modbus register and how to use it? It has two registers, bit register and word register. Bit register is Modbus bit. For HMI, it is Modbus 0x. It belongs to Boolean type. Word register includes these. For HMI, they are called Modbus for X. And these word registers are with the same one variable space. It can be seen that one long equals to two reg addresses. One IEEE also equals to two reg addresses. That is, please note their addresses can't be the same. Next, see how to use. Former 8000 for Modbus bit can be customized. Remains for saving system data. For word registers, also former 8000, you can set freely. Remaining space range corresponds to specific data storage. In addition, different HMI are with different address mapping relations. For WineView HMI, controller and HMI both start from 0, so they are related. For MCGS HMI, controller starts from 0, HMI starts from 1, so the address +1. Accept relationship with HMI. There is Modbus in BASIC and registered in PLC. Modbus bit 0 relates to M0 register of PLCs. Modbus REG0 relates to the 0 register of PLC. Then, how to connect them? There are two ways, Ethernet or serial port. For Ethernet method, the default IP is this one, and it can be changed in Modify IP Address window in ZDevelop or through IP address command. And there are two net port channels at least. The number is 502. Protocol can be Modbus TCP. Actually, controllers are with specific channels. You can check by *port command. And this channel numbers means the number of devices that can be connected by controllers. Here, one controller example. 0 to 2 are serial ports. 3 to 5 are Ethernet ports. 10 to 11 are custom Ethernet ports. 20 is controller interconnection port. And *port_status can check the communication port usage state. What's more, if you need to know the communication protocol of current channel, protocol can help you. And this is the grammar usage. This shows the corresponding protocol. For serial ports, RS-232 or RS for 85. And it is configured by setcom parameters. These are detailed parameters of setcom. But when power on again, it will become default values. Therefore, set it at the first. And all protocol station numbers is 1 to 127. Default value is 1. Setcom parameter also can select the communication protocol and can open custom communication mode. Here, it shows the mode configuration. For is default, which means serial port is configured as slave station. Then, the variable parameter of setcom can select register. Usually, Modbus register is selected by default. The default value is 2. It can be seen that 0 and 1 relate to different register types. Please note the data loss situation. And if you need to save the data when powered off, 3 should be set. Okay, we have mastered basic knowledge. Next, let's see the whole connection steps. Step 1. Use ZDevelop software to edit controller program and download it into controllers. As we all know, ZDevelop is one free programming software developed by Zmotion. If you are interested in it, you could download from our website or contact us directly. Step 2. Edit HMI program in HMI software and download it into HMI. Step 3. Connect HMI and controller through serial or net port. It can be seen it is easy to build the connection. Now, take one real example. Zmotion controller, and WineView HMI. See the second step directly. The WineView programming software is Easy Builder. After editing, open this window. Firstly, add the device. It shows local HMI and local devices. If there is local device, double-click to select it. If no, click New Devices Server, and the Device Properties window appears. Then it's time to set device properties. Select device type at first, Modbus IDA. Then you can select again for real connection. If you use serial ports, select Modbus IDA, then select Modbus RTU 0-based addressing. For interface type, RS-32 or RS-485. This depends on the specific connection. Means communication port configuration, and it must be the same as controller port parameter settings. At last, close the window. If you use the Ethernet port, select Modbus IDA, then select Modbus TCP IP 0-based addressing. No need to set interface type. It is Ethernet automatically. Then fill controller IP. Also, close the window. Next, edit the HMI program. Connect HMI to PC. When program is downloaded into HMI successfully, disconnect and connect HMI and controller now. No controller or no HMI, no problem. Simulators can help you. For controller programs, download it into Simulator. For HMI programs, using Ethernet method, the address should be 1 to 7.0.0.1. Then select Online Simulation. Here, Program Routine. This is WineView HMI program. This is the Zmotion controller program. Let's see controller side program from 3 aspects. Firstly, main content. There are 5 parts. Initialization. It contains access parameter configuration, variable definition, and button reset. Button scan. It contains these. Processing motion. It means on button is pressed to call and execute motion commands. Homing. That is, press button to call homing motion. Manual motion. Manually triggered access jogging in forward or reverse. Secondly, tasks. They are with different tasks. Auto run task 0 is the main task. It executes initialization of each access, custom variables, modb related parameters, and it opens task 2 as manual task. It can be seen it scans the program in cycles and judges whether each button is pressed. Corresponding program will be executed. It only can be run when access is idle. Task 1 can be automatic program or homing program. Execute from subprogram until end. Thirdly, resources used by controllers. It shows 8 kinds of resources that can be used usually. Here, there are 6 resources. Number 1, customized Modbus bit. Number 2, customized Modbus word registers. Number 3, tasks. Number 4, global variables. Number 5, flash. Number 6, axes. No VR and interrupt resources here. Then, let's see the effect. Open Task 1 to run auto processing. Curve 0 captures demand position of axis 0, and Curve 1 captures demand position of axis 1. And this one is switched into XY mode. At last, show you how to operate the connection in ZDevelop and in Easy Builder directly. Open Controller Program. Power on for controller. Run task 0 automatically to execute initialization. Open all information outputs. Clear all motion buffers. Select axis 0 and axis 1 and initialize axis parameters for them. Then execute custom variable initialization. Here, Flash reads the initialized variables. Then initialize Modbus, register related variables. Next, enter task 2, manual task through runtask. Scan this in cycles. In this loop program, commands with corresponding subprograms. Modbus bit 0 is for turning on processing programs. Press on, then Modbus bit 0 resets as 1. If condition is met, Now homing is needed. Then it will open move task to run processing task 1. And now, it means it is moving. The processing radius and length can be set in HMI. Trigger oscilloscope to capture 2-axis interpolation. Moved. The motion state shows stop. That is, task 1 is over. Then back to the loop program. Here, mod bus bit 1 is to see the OFF button situation. Pressed, motion stops immediately. Task 1 ends, motion state shows stop. Mod bus bit 4 is to see home button situation. Pressed, homing task home task is on. Homing completed. Axis X and axis Y homing states become okay. Then now here, task state shows stop. Task 1 stops. Mod bus bit 5 is to see save button situation. Pressed, data will be saved into flash. Then manually execute task 2 as one independent task. When axis is in idle, it can open manual motion. Mod bus bit 10, corresponding button is pressed. Axis 0 moves inversely. Mod bus bit 11, corresponding button is pressed. Axis 0 moves forward. If the axis is not move motion, all motions are cancelled. Please note axis 0 and axis 1 manual motions are with the same process. Next, HMI simulation. Connect to simulator. Download the program. Then open WineView programming software. This is edited well, which is shown in the article. Click here System Parameter Settings. Double-click Local Device. Select Modbus IDA for device type at first. Then select Modbus TCP. Enter simulator IP. Then OK. Compile edited program. OK. Close. Select Online Simulation. This window appears. Here, motion states can be stop, run, home. These two can be self-defined. And here, manual motion for jogging motion of X and Y. Before processing, execute axis homing. Homing ends. These are OK. Now it is time to open the processing program. Stop can stop immediately. Run still. OK, it is over. Let's the processing trajectory. Through the oscilloscope. Click Start. It can be seen the trajectory is captured in real time. And this is the processing trajectory. Okay, today's Motion Control Quick Start 4 is over. Thank you for your watching. Have a nice day. See you in next Motion Control Quick Start.